everybody. I want to welcome you to the American Dental Assistants Educators Forum tonight. I hope that you're with us and you've had some dinner, you've got your blankie, and you're all nice and warm. So we have an action-packed time for you guys tonight. But before we get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Cherie Busby, and I have a couple of roles. I am a dental assistant educator for Heartland Dental, and also I am the current secretary of the Illinois Dental Assistants Association. And I got that job because I take phenomenal notes, right? That's how I got that gig. You just want to know about that. And it's a really fun thing. It's introduced me to all these great people that we are working with tonight. So I have some co-presenters, and one of them is going to be a little bit incognito because due to the storms, her internet connection is not very good right now. So Lisa is going to be a little like she's just going to be a voice in the darkness, if you want to say it that way, right? So I'm going to let my co-presenters all tell us who they are and where they're coming from. So Lisa, since I already said your name, we're going to start with you.
I am Lisa Childers, and I'm an educator at a CODA program at Arkansas Northeastern College, and I'm located in Blytheville, Arkansas.
Rock on. It's cold down there in Arkansas too, isn't it? All over the country.
We have about 12 inches of snow in our yard.
Holy cow, that's a lot, right? I'm also joined with some fellows we're spread all over the country here. So Sarah, tell us about you and where you are and what you do.
Thanks, Cherie. My name is Sarah Stream. I'm in the Omaha area, so right in the middle of the country. And I have been a dental assistant for quite a few years now and am an infection preventionist and dental infection control specialist with Nebraska Medicine. And I'm really excited to be here tonight to support all of the educators.
And we're so excited to have you. I'm telling you, it's a good thing. And we have Anna. So Anna, tell us about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anna Ogburn. I have been a dental assistant for 10 years. I'm also the ADAA 11th District Trustee. So I represent Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. And I'm coming out of Boulder, Colorado.
That's awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry, my Facebook was just coming on. I had all this audio going in my brain here, so I have to wait with that. So we are so excited, and I want to take this time to thank you as educators. You guys, this last year has been so hard on all of us, right? We have learned new skills that we didn't even know were possible, and new things to do. Like I have learned all about video presenting. I'm just going to tell you, it's been a road, right, for all of us to learn that. So I do want to thank you. You guys have taken your curriculum as educators and you put it into the virtual format, and we are all right there with you. We understand what you've gone through, and I just want to say thank you. And from the American Dental Assistants Association, thank you, because we're so grateful that you are taking our new dental assistants under your wings and teaching them. And as an association, we're working really hard to bring you some activities such as a forum and things like that will really help you in the future. So we're hoping that as we go through tonight's program, that you guys are going to get a lot of tips that you can use and some information that you can use in your classroom, right? So tonight, let me tell you what we've got on store, right? So our friend Anna is going to talk to us about some student memberships and education memberships that we've got going on. And then we have a great announcement for you, just a little tidbit so you'll know. It's all exciting that we're going to save till the end. And then our friend Lisa, incognito there, she's going to talk to us about pandemic in the classroom, like how has this changed, and some ideas and everything to help you. Sarah's going to talk about some resources for students so that you guys can help give them some extra curricular activities, and also about how Zoom is being used in the classroom and maybe some extra things. And then I've got some special membership promotion that I want to tell with you guys. All right. So without further ado, I want to kick it off to our friend Anna, and she's going to get us started with some membership information. Take it away, Anna.
Can I
All
just
right.
add
Hello.
something really quick? Sorry, Anna.
Yes.
I'm watching the comments for everybody out there. So if anybody has questions during this, we would like it to be an active conversation. So if you chat questions, I'll be more than happy to ask them to whoever's presenting.
Thanks, Sarah. I knew it was something
Thanks,
else I
Sarah.
was forgetting, right?
You're very welcome.
Go, guys.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. We're going to get started talking about membership and why it's so awesome to be a part of the ADAA as we are just becoming a part of something bigger. So we do offer several types of tripartite membership. We offer education, networking, support, and membership. So with our membership dues, our national membership is $125 per year, and then plus individual state dues. You can find those on the www.adaausa.org website. Any questions, you can contact our membership director, Jennifer Porter, at jporter@adaausa.org. And now if you look at this chart, you'll see some of our membership benefits. And then if you look to the right, you'll see the categories that they're classified under. So we have our professional membership, our student membership, and then international membership. Some of our awesome member benefits include continuing education, professional liability insurance, accidental death and dismemberment insurance, discounts on hard copy CE course materials, premium search and resume posting using dentalworks.com and dentaljobs.com. We have a career resource center. We also have membership in state and local chapters for you all to get personal member and account dashboard control, free subscription to the Dental Assisting Journal, where we produce bi-monthly journal articles, free monthly ADAA update newsletter, and free subscription to online 24/7 newsletters. Additional membership benefits include legislative tracking, eligibility to hold state and local or national offices, fellowship and mastership eligibility, ADAA membership search, scholarship and award eligibility for our professional members and our student members, ADAA membership plan for new members, opportunities to be a published author, peer recognition, and access to supplemental short-term medical, dental, and vision plans. We also have other discount programs such as Office Depot, CVS, a prescription saving card, Orlando discounts, Choice Hotels, member travel ship discounts, National Alamo car rental, cyber insurance, identity theft protection, and performance scrubs. So that's a lot. Okay, so next is we're going to talk a little bit about the student ADAA chapters. So students in the ADAA would like for you to get more involved in as you progress through your dental career to provide you with the special dental assisting forums to discuss your profession. Starting a student chapter does require organization and effort, but it can absolutely be accomplished through strong leadership and an equally strong support system. There are currently 12 ADAA student chapters. We have 2 in California, 1 in Connecticut, 3 in Florida, 1 in New Hampshire, 1 in New York, 1 in Rhode Island, 2 in South Carolina, and 1 in Texas. And our goal is to expand all across the nation. As a student chapter, it can be organized by any post-secondary dental assisting program of at least 800 hours in length for the purposes of providing support to student members, enhancing the interaction of students and schools with ADA locals and states, furthering the objectives of this association. An ADA member will be an advisor to the student chapter. If you're a member of the ADAA, you can find more information on our website under the members only section. Otherwise, you can contact Logan Hamill for the SADAA chapters. He will be happy to help you start your new chapter or answer any questions that you may have. Next, we're going to talk about student scholarships and awards. So students, you are the future of dental assisting. The ADA provides opportunities to advance the careers of our student members with several scholarships and award opportunities. Available this year is the Juliet A. Southern Scholarship, ADAA Student Achievement Award, ADA Merit Scholarship Award. Now, we will discuss these in more detail on the next slide. But March 15th is the deadline for all 3. and you can contact Jay Casper at jcasper@adaausa.org for more information. Or you can click on the link that we're going to drop below in the comments for student members to find the applications and other information on our ADA website. So now more about the scholarships. So the Juliet A. Southern Scholarship, we have candidates will be considered on the basis of academic achievement, ability, and interest in the career of dental assisting. Scholarships will be awarded through an evaluation process. A maximum of 10 scholarships will be awarded. The amount for the scholarship will depend on the number of scholarships awarded. All ADAA members currently enrolled in a dental assisting program furthering a career in dental assisting are eligible. The ADAA Student Achievement Award is presented to a student who has demonstrated leadership ability through some activity related to dentistry through participating in class activities, student organizations, and local and state dental assisting organizations where there are organizations available. The recipient will receive an award and will be announced in an ADA publication. All student members currently enrolled in a dental assisting program are eligible, and only one winner will be selected. Next is the ADAA Merit Scholar Award, presented to a student who has demonstrated advanced achievement in academic and clinical performance, as well as teamwork and leadership qualities, based on involvement in campus program and/or community activities. The recipients will receive an award, a one-year paid ADAA membership, and will be announced in ADAA publications. All student members currently enrolled in a CODA-approved program are eligible. Only one nomination per program shall be accepted. And remember, March 15th is the deadline for all 3 scholarships. And we are so very excited to announce our educators Facebook group. This is brand new, so we ask that everyone watching tonight, please go join other educators in our brand new group. We're also going to drop this in the link below as well.
That is so exciting, right? Our own Facebook group. I'm so excited for this. These are tips myself.
Yeah, so make sure when you join the Facebook group, you answer the questions in order to get in there. And there are a couple of us on there as moderators, so we will just kind of make sure things stay education based, but we want to welcome all types of educators, not just those that are in CODA programs. We want non-CODA educators. If we have corporate educators out there that would like information, this is really our attempt at giving you guys a network and a forum to communicate with each other. So we hope to get some good participation in the new educators Facebook group.
I know, I think that we all have a lot to learn from each other right here, don't you think? And how to connect with students, because we all have students all over the place, and I'm sure I need some help with that engagement in virtual platforms for sure, right? So thanks, Anna. That was a lot of information. I sure appreciate that you brought that to us. And if anybody is, if anybody needs a recap or anything, then head on over to the ADAA.us or ADAAUSA.com and go on or .org. I can't even do it. It's so late for me right now, people. But anyway, so go on over to the site and you will find some more information that's on there. If you're not a member already, join up. There's tons of resources that are available. You can help your students to get joined up, and there's just lots of educational materials and things. Everybody, we've got Dental System Appreciation Week coming up in a couple of weeks, right? So we want to make sure there's exciting. I know, I'm so excited. I'm gonna raffle off a tumbler you guys can see. Ooh, you might be.
Oh yeah.
That's right. So it'll be all nice and fun for that.
Super cute.
That is so cool. I know, right? That is so fun. Golly gee. So thanks, Anna. Anything else that you want to cover? What am I trying to say? Bring it on home, Mary. Anything else?
I think I'm going to pass it on to Lisa.
That's awesome. Okay, well, we do have our Facebook Rally for Students. It's on March the 4th. So it's up on the page. You guys go in there, like it, share it, and bring all your students home to come in, because we have some special guests that are going to be with us. We're going to talk about interviewing skills. We're going to talk about, I don't even remember everything we're going to talk about, but we've got a really great agenda planned. And so it's going to be a good time. So we're going to come over for that. And that's March the 4th at 8 o'clock Central.
It would be a really good idea for all of you educators out there to make this an extra credit assignment for your students. Have them go
Oh,
on
smart.
and
That's an awesome idea.
and write a little paragraph about member benefits or something to do with the ADAA and give them a few extra credit points.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'm working with the presenter that's going to talk about interviewing skills. So I'm thinking we're going to have a little handout too that might be helpful for that. So anyway, mark your book, mark it in your calendar, set an alarm, because if you're like me, by that time you're like, I'm snoozing. So put an alarm so you can be there with us. Okay, that's so sweet. All right, so can you do the slide for us, Jeff? Thank you so much. So now I want to bring Lisa back on to the stage here, and she's going to talk to us about pandemic in the classroom. So go ahead, Lisa, take it away.
Okay, if I start breaking up, I apologize.
That's okay. We got
We have been in this
sister.
pandemic for almost a year now as educators. We went from back in March, everything closing down in the middle of March and what to do. And as teachers, we have learned a lot, but we still strive for ideas and stuff from each other. The hands-on experience during remote learning has proven one of the most difficult because it's hard to teach those sterilization skills, those instrument transfer skills, those lab skills in a remote situation. We have worked a way at our school that we provide partially remote versus a completely remote class. We have been in class this entire year, the school year. We have not had remote, but we've had to change things. Other teachers have used dentalcare.com. We use ADAA education courses. The webinars are wonderful to use as lab hours. Our skills have had to change with us. And I'm old school. I've been a dental assistant over 30 years. I've been teaching for 14. I have never done remote training, but we've learned this year, and I know a lot of you have. I've heard from a lot of educators that we have learned to go more partially remote than completely remote. Next slide. Thank you. Our partially remote courses are small groups of 6 to 8 in the lab. We do our lectures through Zoom or some online format. When we're in lab, we wear our PPE. We have our mask, our safety glasses, our face shields, and a disposable lab coat. These are must. We have to do this because these are what the students are going to be doing in a dental office. Our Zoom lectures are done online, and we schedule our lab days separate than our lecture days. We still seat our patients 6 feet apart, and even if we're in class, we wear 6 feet apart, we wear a mask no matter what. And we also have to we wear our level 3 surgical mask with a face shield and safety glasses when we're working on impressions or instrument transfers, and we're less than 6 feet apart. It has worked out wonderful for our program. Next slide. For the completely remote classes, we have had to develop toolkits. Last spring, we did have to develop a toolkit for the students to check out, just to practice transferring the basic instruments. We did a lot of inventing. We used tongue depressors and just anything under the sun that we could create. We had 2 tongue depressors that we put a paper clip on so that they were like a hinged instrument. We have students that did video competencies as how to put on their PPE, where to place film with dentatus models, transferring instruments, and then they had to film themselves and upload them into our LMS system, their videos, so that we could critique them and grade them. We use the Evolve website for instrument identification. We relied heavily on the Evolve website because those are the books that we teach from, and it's an excellent resource. And we just ask for any other suggestions. If you have other suggestions, please place them in the chat. Let Sarah holler them out at us. You know, we're in this together, and the only way we're going to work together is everybody pulls their ideas together. I've got a lot of ideas from other instructors.
And that's a great place for you to share your ideas in the educators Facebook group that we have going on.
I'm so excited about that Facebook group. Okay, the CDC guidelines for COVID-19. There are new CDC guidance that are updated regularly in the dental settings. Sarah's probably more familiar with these than I am. But some of she has the website on there that you can go to. Some of the biggest changes are the respirator and face shields used for any aerosol generating procedure. I teach my students just to get used to wearing them all the time, no matter what. Face coverings for all employees at all times, even at the front desk. The new ventilation systems that filter the air and maintain COVID-free workplaces. I believe some offices have the negative pressure rooms now. A cleaning calculator to determine the wait time between procedures and completions on cleaning and disinfection. Sarah would be the expert on that one, and I apologize. I don't know the exact, because we don't do that in our clinical lab.
Yeah, if anybody has questions on any infection control issues that they'd like to bring forward, feel free to let us know, and I'm more than happy to help.
Yeah, me too. Not a problem at all. We can point you to the right resources for sure, right?
Yes, on the educators page. OSHA guidance for COVID-19. We know with the use of respirators in dentistry, OSHA requires a written respiratory protection plan. This must be completed by any office that uses a respirator in their office. And does this include the N95s also, Sarah?
Yes, this does. Well, it includes the N95s and KN95s.
Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of hunting to figure that one out. It took me a while, but it does include both.
All dental providers must complete a medical questionnaire and have initial respirator fit testing done. This can be done at schools through your local health department. They have been overburdened lately, but they are willing to come to your school if you can reach out to them, and they will do a respirator fit test for your students. The written plan should be kept in your existing OSHA binder, and it needs to be kept up to date with trainings and information relevant to your facility. And this should be updated as new guidelines come out. Is that correct, Sarah?
It should, yeah. And I have a template, a dental focused template for a written respiratory protection plan. If anybody would like a copy of that, I can sure send it out. Just let us know, either in the chat. Feel free to send me a PM on Facebook or email us here at the ADAA, and everybody on staff knows how to get a hold of me to get that to you.
Infection control product availability. PPE has become increasingly hard to find. The prices are going up, but I am finding that it's more available now in my area. The melt blown availability is down. I'm sorry. The melt blown is the product that makes our infection control products, and it's in China. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a little bit gray on that. Because of the shortage of that, the prices have gone up. There are resources to get these PPE products. Through Henry Schein is the one, and Patterson are the two I'm most familiar with. As educators, we're kind of further down on the line, but if your school is registered with them, they are making sure, at least at my school, that I am covered with PPE for my students for in-lab and going into dental offices.
Can I just mention the latest and greatest news in PPE here, Lisa?
Oh, yes, please.
So just here in the last couple days, there have been a lot of reports of counterfeit N95s that are going out to medical facilities, not just dental facilities, but medical in general. 3M has just released a statement on how you can identify if they're counterfeit or not. And you have to specifically look at the lot numbers. It's really hard to tell if they're counterfeit or real masks. But a good way to kind of have a red flag is all of the 3M 8210s. If somebody's telling you they can get you lots of them or multiple sizes, that's a really big red flag. 3M will not be manufacturing those probably until after December of this year. So be careful and do your research on your respirators because there are a lot of counterfeits out there right now.
There are, and use your extended wear right now that the CDC says we can do that. Helps it last.
Thank
So
you,
we do
Sarah,
have-
for that.
Yeah.
So Misty made a comment that she said she heard a lot of the storage is because of the lack of plastic containers. Hugh Freedy told her that they had lots of disinfectant, but just nothing to put it in. So it's coming at us from all, I mean, you know, all parts of it. It's amazing. Like so I think I heard once before that the fabric, the paper that the wipes are made out of, that they couldn't get that part. They had the plastic and then they had the chemical, but they didn't have the paper. So it's like, oh. So it's just different parts of the industry are struggling with this, all of it. So thanks, Misty, for that. That was good to hear.
Okay, and that all boils back to the melt blown is what we use for the basis of all these products. I can say that I'm starting to see an uprise in availability for me. Things that I ordered for my school back in July and August have been arriving in the past month. You know, I got 3 cases of wipes that I ordered in July of last year. I just never canceled my order, and now I'm starting to get all this stuff. 6 months later, but I'm getting it.
Hey, lesson learned, don't cancel the order, right?
Yeah, never cancel an order.
Never cancel an order. That's awesome.
Okay, the liquid seems to be available. Can you make your own wipes?
That is a really good question. And it's always the topic of hot debate.
Yes.
So it's not recommended to pre-make wipes and have them sitting around for a really long time. It is also not recommended to use gauze to make wipes. The cotton fibers in the gauze deactivate your disinfectant. So if you're going to, if you want to make some wipes up just to use in an operatory and you want to get some paper towels wet to do that, that is appropriate. But don't make up a big batch of wipes out of paper towels for the whole week. And don't use gauze.
Right. The spray method is your friend.
Yep. But make sure you're wearing a mask if you're doing spray wipe spray because the disinfectant's really bad to breathe in.
It is. PPE all the way, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Sherry, you just said something about the extended use on PPE. Would you repeat that for them?
So the CDC says that we can use extended use, which means that you can wear your mask more than once. Like you can wear it all day and then put it in a paper bag so it can breathe, and then let it sit in the paper bag for several days, and then you can wear it again. I think at one point it was 7 days, and then it was 5 days, and then it was back to 7 days. So Sarah may be able to tell us what it is this week, but it changes all the time. But just know, generally, if you wear it on Monday, wear it the next Monday again.
Yeah. So currently it's 5 days.
Okay.
But the 1 week is a safe bet. It's an easy system. You know, have one bag for 1 day of the week, and then you store your respirator for Monday in that bag and Tuesday in the next bag, and that can help.
Yeah, I did see that people were putting it in plastic. So you can't put it in plastic unless there's holes in it. If you think about it, you've been wearing this mask all day long, and it's got not only contaminated from the outside, it's contaminated from your my sweat, because it's 1,000,000 degrees, right? So it gets all wet. So the paper bag needs to let it to dry. So don't put it in a coated paper bag either, just a regular old lunch bag, I guess, right? I always said brown bags, but they're come in colors. Voila. But anyway, so there you go. So that's what it is, extended use. But just make sure to mark your name. Don't share it with anybody. Not that anybody would probably want to, because, you know, that's kind of gross, but
And
there
you
you
also
go.
want to mark on the respirator, you want to mark how many times it's been used. So
Yeah.
you don't want to use them more than 5 times. And one time is one donning and doffing. So if you wear it for one patient and you doff it, that equals 1 time. If you wear it the whole day and you doff it at the end of the day, that equals 1 time. And the reason for that is the straps will stretch out and you won't get a good seal on it.
And when it gets hard to breathe, just you need to get a new one.
Yeah.
And also, the goggles and face shields can be extended use, but they still need to be disinfected between each patient.
They can.
Yep.
Spray, wipe, spray, people. Spray, wipe, spray.
Yes. Student and staff safety. Source control. Everyone should wear a mask, whether it's surgical or cloth, during class and labs, unless labs require them to be off. Anytime students or staff are working on each other, proper PE should be worn for the operator. Maintain social distancing whenever possible during class, a minimum of 6 feet. Practice hand hygiene religiously. Hand hygiene should be performed after any face touch. An alcohol-based hand rub is appropriate as long as the hands aren't visibly soiled. Promote safe practices when students and staff are off campus and on campus, because of the community spread is a big problem. I can honestly say we have really practiced this at our school. And when we did not have alcohol-based hand rubs, we have really encouraged just constant hand washing, especially in the lab. And I will say we just completed our 21st week of school with my students, and we have not had a single case of COVID in our dental assisting program. And we've
Hey,
been in class
congratulations.
That's awesome.
Monday through
awesome.
Thursday, 8 to 4. So we have been very lucky. When all the other programs around us are having to go remote to COVID, we have practiced everything that we established from these meetings, educator town halls in the past, in our school curriculum, in our program, and we have just made it through 21 weeks.
That's awesome.
Walk on. Congratulations.
That's also a really good point to bring up, Lisa. You know, I work at Nebraska Medicine, which is a very large medical company, you know, like the university hospital and all of that. And they've done a lot of research on healthcare workers and COVID infections. And it seems like, you know, people do really well when they're at work or when they're at school, when you have these things in place. But then they walk into the lunchroom and that all goes out the window. Or, you know, they go visit their mom for dinner and they don't wear a mask. So it's really important for your students and your staff to tell them that, you know, yes, we have these practices while we're on campus, but when you're off campus, you need to be diligent as well, because that's where it's going to happen.
Yes. And we really stress that, and we stress the fact that we're a hands-on profession and that you need that in-person hands-on experience from the dental lab. And that's why you have to practice this across the board in your life. So we've been real lucky this year.
Awesome.
And I think, is that
I just think that there's been so many challenges that educators that you come across and you have really embraced and how to do things. You know what I mean? So I think that hats off to all of us.
It's all these educators out there, you know, they've given me the ideas.
Hats off. And it's so cool. Like every time I meet somebody that says that they're an educator, I'm like, oh, we got to talk privately, right? So we are chatting and I'm making connections and everything. So it's just valuable resources, the things that I have learned. And then like, I use my big fat mouth to like share it with everybody, right? So it's just so much fun that we can be able to come together like that and do it. So thanks, Lisa. That was really great. I do want to make a comment though, that I asked in the chat, what is some of the biggest challenges that they've overcome in their classrooms? And it was really nice to see that it's distancing. Like it was really hard to keep everybody distanced. And so they're teaching them about the classroom and teaching administration, what's required for supplies, and then how to get them and all those kind of things. So having all their PPE, and then just try to figure out in a virtual environment how to do those things. So that's really great. And thanks for sharing, you guys. I'm trying to listen and type at the same time. So so if I missed you, I do apologize. So Miss Sarah has been scouring the world to bring us the very, very best student resources. So she's got a lot to share with us too. So Sarah, tell us now we know what to do for infection control and everything. Tell us what you got for us.
Awesome. Thank you. So before my current role, I was a dental assisting educator. I was program chair at a community college for about 3 years. And over those 3 years, I really struggled finding good, reliable resources that I could use for my students and stuff that was free. You know, I don't want to have them pay or have me pay for some course that we have to take. So I just kind of compiled some of my favorite resources for you guys. And I'm sure there are tons more out there. And if you have others, feel free to drop them in the chat because, you know, this is what this forum is for, is sharing these ideas. So our first little group here is for webinars and e-courses for your students. So all members have access to all of our ADAA CE webinars and self-study courses. And those are all free to members. And there are just a host of different courses on the ADAA website. From, you know, basic infection control to oral surgery, there's radiography, there is HIPAA and business management. So, you know, whatever course you're teaching, whatever type of learning your students want to do, if you are a member, those are all free and available to you. Another great resource is the Crest Oral B dentalcare.com. They're self-study webinars and courses that you can actually get on as a professional to get CE credits for those, online CE credits. But the fun thing I love about this website is as an educator, you can go in and create an account and assign courses to your students, and you'll give them a little access code that they'll plug in on the website. And then it sends you back their test results after they take the test. And it says, Sarah Stream has completed this course with a score of 18 out of 20. So it's a really good way for you to keep track of what they're doing, as well as, you know, giving them that outside resource. And I also think that these self-study courses are good for students because it gives them an idea of what a continuing education course will be like when they get out into the field. So, you know, it gives them a little taste of what's to come. You know, school is never over. We're all lifelong learners, and you're going to be taking these courses in the future, and this is what it's like. So Viva Learning, Hugh Freedy, and Colgate have very similar self-study courses and webinars that you can get on. I don't know if they have that same educator function where you can assign courses to students, but they have some really great resources and courses out there on those websites as well. All right, let's go to the next slide.
Ask them to do a presentation, what they learned from their course, right, to share with the team. That's awesome, or the students.
Yeah, I actually used the dentalcare.com assignments for my dental specialties class when I was teaching that. So it was, you know, like we had a unit on ortho and a unit on perio and a unit on oral surgery, and you can go and find a course on each one of those. And that was their homework for the week, was to do that course along with whatever we were doing in class.
That's awesome.
So
We use those in our dental assisting class as well, Sarah.
yeah, I think they're a great resource.
I enjoyed them. I think so too. I think they're awesome.
Yeah.
And Sarah, I'm sorry, right now with accredited schools, they can use these courses as lab hours or clinical hours under the COVID guidelines up through this school year.
That's great to know.
Okay.
So yeah, all you educators out there, you have some lab hours that you can assign now.
That's awesome. That's really nice to know that.
Yeah. So on top of all of the free coursework that's available, we really wanted to highlight the DNB study materials because I know for me, DNB has been a very big part of my life. And it was really my first certification when I got out of school, and it's opened a lot of doors for me. But the DNB study materials, those are so test specific to that exam that it's hard to find it's hard to find really reliable study materials unless you go straight to the source. So, the best study materials for the DMB exam will be through the DMB Dale Foundation. They have board prep courses. They are not free, unfortunately, but they are really good study materials for those exams. If you have students that need that help, it's a good resource. Another great resource for this is the Modern Dental Assisting textbook, which I'm sure all of us are very familiar with, right? It is the Dental Assisting Bible. The newer versions of that should, on the inside front cover, you should be able to have access to an online portal that comes with your textbook. All of your students can make an account, and there are online resources that go with your textbook, including mock board exams for infection control, general chairside, and radiography. So what I would do is that infection control mock board exam was my infection control final for the class. They had to take that test and show me their score, and that was their final grade. I also really like these because it's done on a computer, right? So it gets them prepped for being able to take that exam that's timed on a computer, which is a part of the DMB certification. These are some really fun apps that I found. I love these apps. I use them all the time. Quizlet is really good. Quizlet is just digital flashcards for your students that learn well with flashcards. There are public decks out there, so you can get on and look up Modern Dental Assisting Chapter 5, and somebody has already made a Quizlet deck that has all of those terms on it. So it's a good resource for your students. And if they need like custom decks, they can build their own. It's really fun. Kahoot is another one that's really good. Kahoot is the classroom game, kind of like Jeopardy. The students get out their phones, they use that as a controller, and you can flash the questions up on your projector. And you can do one-on-one competition, or you can create teams. And it's really good, friendly competition for your students. Kahoot also has those public quizzes already made up. So you can get on there and search for modern dental assisting endodontics, and it'll bring up 50 questions on the endo chapter already made up. You can just get on and do it. The Brain AR app, which I don't have a screenshot up here, but this is a really good AR app for the head and neck anatomy. So you can actually get on and kind of peel back the layers. So there's, you have the skin and the muscle and skeletal system, and all of it, nerves, circulatory system is in there. So you can see whatever system you're working in, whatever head and neck anatomy you're learning, you can get in and look at it. Bonebox Dental Lite is the top screenshot I have there, that little mouth guy. This one is really good. It's free for dental anatomy. So you can open the mouth and spin it around and look at a single tooth, and it has little tooth quizzes in it as well. So it'll show a picture of like this cuspid here, and you have to guess which tooth number it is. And then one of my favorite radiology apps is the Dental Panoramic Radiology, which is the other screenshot. So it shows what the anatomy looks like in a panoramic radiograph and what it looks like on a real skull. So you can look at a fossa, or you can look at, all of these different, the incisive foramen, what it looks like on an x-ray and what it looks like on a real skull. So it's really good to help them identify anatomy. Next slide. Oh, I feel like that was a lot of information, but we are super excited as well to be able to bring the ADAA into your classroom. So we would love to come in and meet with your students via Zoom and talk about what the ADAA has to offer and just answer their questions. If this is something that you would be interested in, get with Jennifer Porter. Her email is on this slide, and we can get something set up. There are a handful of ladies within the ADAA that will be helping out and scheduling times with students. So we would love to work with you and get some student members and answer questions for you.
Always nice to have a guest speaker anytime you can get it, right?
It is,
That's
yeah.
right.
That's so awesome. So before we go to the promotion here, I do want to share some of the chat because I feel like Misty has been so clever with her students. And she says that she's been having them get things around their house to kind of practice with for hands-on. And one of her students simulated a handpiece cleaning system with using the ice and water dispenser from her refrigerator. So I thought that was so cool. And then she said another one created her own little dental office in her basement with a lawn chair. I'm like, seriously? I hope you have
awesome.
video of this. Isn't
That's
that
so
fun?
cute.
Right, she has multiple electric toothbrushes as her hand pieces. So it's so much fun. I love clever people, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, it's just so much fun that you're using and just using resources like think outside the box. I remember when I was teaching some management students. They're management degree people. They have no idea for dentistry. So we were learning to pass instruments because I wanted them to have to feel what it's like to be able to do that, right? So they were grabbing pencils and pens. One guy ever tried to do a hairbrush. We had so much fun. Like just how many different things can you pass without dropping it, you know? So just those things are so stinking clever, you guys. You see, there was something else too. So Judy says that North Star Learning is really good for resource for certification practice. And then Misty also gave us Dental Radiology Simulator that has a free preview through July. So I'm going to check that one out myself. Mark
awesome.
says he uses Kahoot and it is so awesome, and that he uses it normal times as well. And he has
I love
prizes.
Kahoot. It's so much fun with the students.
It is fun.
A lot.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is such great things that you guys are sharing in here, guys. And there was another one. Let me scroll back. There was another. You guys, I can't find it, but there's some other resources that are in here. That the chatting has picked up. So you guys go back and read that chat because I got to move on and I'm not on there yet. So I do want to tell you though, so we are running a special promotion right now for educators for a new member promotion. And as this day and time, anytime that we can save some money and have a great value, it's a really great thing, right? So until Sunday the 21st at 11:30, we're going to have we've got some donations, some benefactors that have offered to put in part of the money for your membership. So they're going to pay $25 off of your dues for you for a full year. So that's so awesome. And
so actually, Cherie,
yes,
going on. So this $25 off of the regular dues is for anybody that wants to join us before February 21st. But if we go to the next slide, this is where it gets fun with our donors. Oh,
there it is.
Yep, there it is. Okay, so we have had a generous donor who is in the chat tonight. She's a lovely lady. She has offered one free membership for somebody. So you can get a free membership. And then we've had a couple other donors that have offered an additional $25 off for 8 new members. So 9 winners will be drawn out of our new members from this promotion. Jennifer Porter will get in touch with you after we have our raffle drawing to let you know if you won. But there's the potential that you could get an absolutely free membership.
That is so cool. Like we've never done this before,
awesome.
people. This is like groundbreaking right here. So we have 2 groundbreaking things. Not only do we have our new Facebook group, but now we have some membership benefits for you guys. So we would just encourage you. We're always looking for, especially educators, to join us and be able to present classes or presentations like we're doing tonight. And everybody out there, you guys are so talented and you have so much to give. Otherwise, you would not be doing what you do every day. dedicating your life to the benefit of our profession. And I just so appreciate that. So make sure you reach out to adaausa.org/membership/promotions, and then you can join us. And as Sarah she is our link extraordinaire there. Just put that in the chat. And so it's great, guys. We are so excited to be able to bring this stuff to you tonight. And once again, I want to say good luck with that, right? So much fun. So I want to thank you guys. I think, is there any more slides there? Because I don't remember right now.
There's one more slide.
There you go, for Dental System Recognition Week. Oh, yes. So I know we're so excited about this. So if you guys want to go on and register, you can go down and there's a packet that you can do marketing and everything for your school to recognize your dental assistants. Send us in some pictures. Like, we would love to see, just flood us with pictures that we can put up on the site. Everybody wants to see themselves in print, right? So show us some pictures and show us the love and all the things that you're doing. And like I said, I'm gonna raffle off my tumbler. It's a nice little TV one.
So
you guys
cute.
can come and get that. I know, right? So just join us for that and have fun. Like, just all the cleverness. Like, I can see you guys are so clever. So send us in pictures of your groups and socially distant 6 feet apart and all that kind of stuff. And let's celebrate. Let's just have a really great time. So I want to thank you for spending the time with us. We're going to stay on for just a few more minutes, like, 5 or 7 minutes. I will stand here longer if you used to. Just if you have any questions or any more comments, you guys have been so chatty. I so appreciate that. It makes it go so much faster. Been a ton of information. Lisa, thank you so much for struggling through your connection challenges and being able to get on and present for us. And Anna bringing us all the information about the association, and Sarah piping up for all of her amazing Zoom and opportunities and all those resources for the students. So I just really appreciate that. Makes my job so much easier, right? So, and if there's any question, and Mark says, yes, they already ordered our items as a surprise for the students. Yay! I'm so
That's
excited,
awesome.
right? Send us some pictures, put them in the post in our new Facebook. Go ahead and post up some pictures on there, and we'd love to see it. So, all right, you guys, don't forget, set the alarm, set your calendar invite, and then set your alarm for our Students Forum on March the 4th at 8 o'clock Central, okay? So set your alarms, and everybody, bring your kids, tell them to come on and join us, because we'd love to see you. So I want to thank you. You guys have a great night.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. We're still monitoring the chat, though, so keep on chatting. Have a good night.